points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. In the post, it's Toppin and Turner. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. And for Golden State, they've got Curry. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Payton. And it's the closer in at the 2. Shams, when you look at last season, what a step forward for the Pacers. Going into the in-season tournament championship, making the Eastern Conference Finals. They really checked so many boxes last season.
And Pacers sources tell me they're ahead of schedule under Rick Carlisle. They went from 25 wins in his first season to 47 wins last season and the Eastern Conference Finals in just his third season at the helm. The biggest reason to me for their turnaround, and someone that the Pacers love as their franchise cornerstone, Tyrese Halliburton. He gives the Pacers an elite talent that they've lacked since Paul George. So look at Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam for this next run of Pacers greats.
Boy, you've named some terrific players and guys that are very impactful. And these home games have been very important to MP this season. He wants his squad to be seen as one of the toughest and most reliable home teams in the NBA.
And thanks to MP's effort, they have become one scary home team. No one wants to come into this building and be at their mercy, especially with all the noise these very proud fans are producing. This is becoming a house of intimidation.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Halliburton. It's rebounded by Curry.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
A shot by the closer, no good. Mathurin against Payton. Halliburton with it. And he's good on the 3 ball.
You watch Halliburton shoot. The release is a little low, but it's quick and it's deadly.
Pass to the closer. Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, or Dan here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the Pacers now. Mathurin for 3. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 1. Pass to Turner. Now expansion is coming, Shams. Is the league ready, in your estimation, for some more cities and new teams?
The NBA seems to be ready. I think I'm ready. Kevin, are you ready? Because the last expansion was, 20 years ago? That's the longest wait for this league since it began. So I think Adam Silver and this league are going to take their time and really figure out exactly where they want to expand to. But the question is, Kevin, are you ready?
I am always ready. I know the league is looking even overseas or even maybe south of the border for a possible new entrant. But the league has got so much talent on the bottom half of these rosters. I definitely think it's time.
And there's a great appetite, a great desire for a lot of these cities, not only in the States, but also abroad, like you said, to go bring in an NBA team to their city and bring some of the talent, the marquee names to their city.
Oh, it'll be terrific. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. We talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. Coach said we have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's kind of pick your poison with him. If our guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, the closer.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
The Pacers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Now, here is Halliburton. His last outing with 20 points. Connects from three-point range. Halliburton's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
When you look at the NBA, Sean, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Bangs home the trifecta.
A smooth operator in that pick and roll. Mathurin understanding how to capitalize with that handle.
Pulls up from the corner. A closer, that's good. 13 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now, Halliburton. 6 points for him. And the layup is good. Halliburton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
For a skinny guy, Halliburton has a lot of confidence inside. In fact, he's confident at everything he does.
Now, here's Green taking a look at his numbers. He averages about 7 points a game. Here's the closer. No good on the triple. Nemhard with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Very few young players see the floor as well as Halliburton. It really shows just how impressive his ceiling is as a playmaker.
A shot by the closer, no good. And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Halliburton flies in. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom.
Come on, MP. We need to make something happen. Let's go. I got you, coach.
Warriors trail by 12, and so in the game for the Pacers. We've got Walker. Jackson is out there with Obi Toppin. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Furphy in at the shooting guard. A closer, that's good.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
To the inside. And it's Toppin, that time on the assist by McConnell.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
He lobs it up, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Indiana leading by 11. And here's McConnell. Nothing on the board. Furphy, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity now.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
Down low. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
Indiana's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. McConnell passes to Toppin. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. And so Jackson nails both of them. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Curry Pass it to the closer. Green with a screen on McConnell. The closer off target from three-point range. Pacers leading by 12. Now here's McConnell. Scoreless thus far. To the paint. Here's Furphy. Warriors with the rebound. They're in the midst of an unbelievable streak right now. 18 straight wins. Just remarkable.
There's a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask, this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the closer in the last matchup against Minnesota was a man determined. Picked up 58 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. The numbers he... put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Out to the right wing. Here's the closer. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Now McConnell. Pass to Furphy. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot. And we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bryant kicks to Jackson. Here's McConnell. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Butler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Here's the closer. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. The closer's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
Curry dishes to Butler. Here's the closer. He's got 24. Trains the three-pointer. The closer's got 27 points.
The real come at us and we're coming right back at
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Some changes for Golden State. Looney comes in for Green, and it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry. And with that shot, the Indiana lead's cut down to 6 and the bucket from the closer.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Halliburton with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Nembhard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Nembhard's got 8 points.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Here's the closer. Another 3 for Golden State.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Nembhard finds Halliburton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors trail by 6. The closer. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 35 points for the closer.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Outside Jackson. Indiana moving the ball away. From deep. Pajemski grabs the board.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
There's the screen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Buddy Hield in for Gary Payton. Halliburton on the wing. He's defended by Pajemski, and he comes up with the deuce.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Here's the closer. 37 points for him. And here's Looney. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Outside Mathurin. Latre. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Golden State's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. The game now all-time. The closer's got 41.
Oh, and look at what this fella can do. Beautiful.
And Shams, what absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversation come easily. That suits his purpose as a reporter.
Here's Nemhard. Outside Mathurin. Releases. And it's Looney with the rebound.
I think the defender really affected that shot.
A shot by the closer, no good.
Now look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
Pass to Turner. Here's Toppin. Here's Nemhard. Hits it from three-point range. Nemhard's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Healed the pass to the closer. Back to Healed. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pacers lead by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
You look at the numbers, they're getting to the line over and over. Love the determination.
We've seen it before. They can wear an opponent out. Doing it again tonight. As we move on, let's get a look at some of the injuries around the NBA. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at the closer in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
They've got the closer. Jimmy Butler is out there with Peyton. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Pass to Nemhard. Halliburton for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside Curry. Here's the closer. Launches from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here is Turner. Pass to Toppin. Here's Nemhard. Off target with his 3.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Pass to Turner. Outside Mathurin. Good D by Payton.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Green, no luck. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Mathurin against Butler. On the wing, Mathurin. 10 points for him. Turner inside. Defended by Payton. Shots good by Turner.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Nembhard finds Halliburton. The Warriors pull it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The kick outside to Butler. They set the pick to the left wing. The shot. The rebound by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Mathurin. Now Johnson. Turner with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Back to Turner. Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown. Turner's got 7.
Makes decisive decisions on the hardwood. Once Turner saw the catch and shoot opportunity, he was locked and loaded.
There's the closer. Good. That's another bucket.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested.
A shot by the closer, no good. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. It's Nembhard on the wing. Free throw line jump shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 13 points in the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Curry's shot is off. The Pacers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Now, here's Toppin. Pass to Halliburton. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Even though he's undersized, he's making an impact on the glass, looking fearless right now.
Nembhard's shot is good.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Warriors. And not a surprise, really. Warriors trail by 5. On the court for Indiana. Walker out there with Isaiah Jackson. And there's Bryant, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Furphy in at the 2-guard position. Pacers shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Bryant. Now, here's McConnell. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Right side Curry. To tie it up. And the bank shot is good. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Nice work from the in-between area. Curry has no problem taking this shot when it's available.
Bryant with a screen on Curry. To the middle. The shot by Bryant, no good. The Warriors shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Butler. It's deflected. Here's the closer. He's covered by McConnell. Back to Butler. Kuminga kicks it to Looney. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Furphy. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Inside, Bryant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Jonathan Kuminga. Down low, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
To the right side. There's the closer. Good, and Curry gets the assist. The closer's got 15 points in just the second half.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now McConnell. Here's Furphy. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Floats it up for Curry. Pass to the closer. Curry against McConnell. Puts up a three. The shot by the closer, no good. The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Bryant with it. Over Curry. And he can't bank that one in. Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Curry on the wing. Pass to the closer. There's the pick. Lets it go with the three. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Now for Indiana. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Curry against Halliburton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Stephen Curry. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Again, what an avalanche!
And another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He is one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. In fact, I don't think you can make an argument against that. Pass to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Good, deep by Peyton. Warriors leading by 4. Green with the ball. Turner covering. Green, the screen. Curry on the wing. Pass to the closer. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Nembhard. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And it's sent back by Turner.
And I would not test Turner. Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jumps.
Halliburton on the wing. Guarded by Curry. A nice shot by Halliburton.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's the closer. A 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Here's Curry, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Outside Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. No good from outside.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
The Pacers making a switch here. Toppin's checked in. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Halliburton. It's Nembhard on the wing. Golden State moving the ball around. Outside Butler. He got it again. Sensational.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Halliburton with it. And Nembhard has it in the corner. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
No, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. So it's the Pacers now. It's a 14-point game. Curry with the steal, and here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. The closer passes to Peyton. Here's the closer. And they recover it. Five to shoot. There's the triple. Pacers with the rebound. Nembhard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They could use a bucket. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, the balance and focus. Halliburton able to power through contact and convert.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Nemhard, the pass to Halliburton. And stolen by Butler. From the arc. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Pacers trail by 11. Pass to Halliburton. 1:27 left in the game. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got it back down to within single digits for Indiana. And for the Warriors, they're shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. The closer passes to Butler. To the wing on the left. Here's the closer. Connects again.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the...
Good! Another from three.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Another bucket! Wow!
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
I mean, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the second most points in an NBA game. What a historic night.
And to think when the night started that we'd see someone match Kobe's 81, his performance has been nothing short of magnificent.
Off target at the rim. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about.
We see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.